I have to get back in the habit of this. Alright, so today's weekend project. We're going to fix screen doors. As you can see, somebody, not gonna name names, has been tearing up the screen. So this is just some cheap stuff that came with the house, new build. I got some better stuff that we're gonna put in. This is supposed to be more, pet specific. So things that we need, obviously screen, 36-inch wide because I need it to, go across the whole thing. I want to say this is like 10 feet long, 25 feet. Yeah, I have way more than I need then. These are like, I don't know, 8 or 10 feet. Need the spline itself, right? I'm just going to replace the spline, some scissors, spline tool, and a razor blade. So all I'm intending to do is put this on there, put the spline and all in, and then I'll just trim up the excess around it. So let's get to work. So step one of all this is to get the door off. A lot of people may not be aware, but these doors actually just kind of pop in. So let me give you guys a view. There we go. Grab, lift, pull the bottom out. Come on, go up evenly. Is this one bent? There we go. Alright, so we got it off. I'm going to pull the spline out. Now you can normally reuse the spline. I'm just not gonna, for no real reason other than I'm figuring that this might be a little bit thicker than the old stuff, and so I didn't want to have to fight the spline in. Now I can remove the old screen, set that to the side, and then I'll roll the new screen out on here. I'll just trim it up down here, and we'll start feeding new spline in. Alright. It shouldn't make any real difference where I start this from, so I'll just start it from up top. You want to make sure you get the spline all the way down in there, nice and tight. That's really it. I'm just going to work my way all the way around, and then when I'm done, I'm just going to come along the edge and trim it with a razor blade. So, pretty boring stuff, but not very difficult. Let's see it when it's done. Alright, I'm going to try to give you guys a close-up as I finish the first layer of getting this down in. So I've got the rim side here. Let's see if I can give you guys a better view. Hopefully without knocking everything over. The thing is as this works down in here, it pulls this more tightly, but I'm going to go back around before I trim it, and I'm going to make sure that all the spline is down in place nice and tight. I want to make sure I'm happy with the tightness of the screen before I trim it. And then I want to, make sure I bunch this a little bit. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down it with the other, well, I'm not quite done in this corner. And I'll get ahead of myself. And then I'll trim the spline as well. But now I'm going to switch over to the other side. And I just want to make sure I'm good and down in there the whole way around. For the corners, I'm just going to use a flathead screwdriver and push down in there. Alright, with Florida's 150% humidity, we've got the second one done. First one's already hung up over here. We're going to hang the second one and just give you guys a view on that. Installation is reverse of removal. Get it up in the track. I said get it up in the track. Yay. Did I put this in the... I put it too far over. Don't do that. The way it opens and closes. And closes. Yay. Alright. Upgrade screen. Hopefully that's helpful. Thanks for watching.